Hi, thanks for clicking the thumbnail. As you may remember, last episode ended right here in Acritic City. In this episode, the main goal is to defeat Morty, the ghost type specialist of Johto, with no moves. Because present will be completely useless against ghost types. That said, now we are capable of getting 4 new Pokemon to help us in this challenge. I caught a Miltank and a Snowball in Route 38, and a Marill in Mount Mortar, in order to breed them with Gifter, our male delibird in the daycare. Say hello to Cookies the Miltank, LG the Marill, and Novo Z the Snowball. I bred an extra male Marill, nicknamed Second G, so I could get Jig the Igglybuff with present, our 5th team member. Unfortunately, we cannot have a Togepi with present yet because we would need 2 rare candies or XP share, not possible at the moment. I quickly defeat the Kimono Girls while waiting for Jig. 5 very easy fights. All evolutions have special types, so they are all very weak in present damage formula. Rewarded with some money and the Surf HM. We will not use it in battle, obviously. Our 4 new members will help a lot, not only in this gym, where it would be absolutely impossible to win with just delibird, but also in the rest of the game. Recalling again to the unique damage formula used by present, we can see that although flying is a good secondary type to the formula, there is an even better type, normal. Against delibird, the defense of the opponents is always 2. Against Miltank, Snubbull and Igglybuff, the defense will be 1. 0 is avoided in the Gen 2 calculations. That basically means that although we are not dealing infinite damage, we have 3 new Pokemon with 2 times Delibird's damage output potential. And Marill, that it's a good HM user, I guess. With our new team, we are ready to win the Acritic Gym's Fog Badge. Let's see the gym trainers and leaders team. Yes, only Ghastly, Haunter and Gengar. Present is completely useless. That said, in a Pokemon battle, the winner isn't a trainer that does more damage, but a trainer that survives the most turns. Thanks to the not-so-bright Gen 2 AI, we have one way to win battles. Survive until all the opponent's Pokemon kill themselves. We can do that by switching between our present Pokemon while the ghosts use Curse, a move that takes off the HP of the user. Let's see some battles to further explain the strategy. Every time Curse is used by Ghastly, a special Curse status condition is inflicted in our Pokemon that will take 1/4 of our health every time, but at the expense of Ghastly's own HP. The key part is that if we switch out, the Curse status condition is gone, so we are completely safe. On top of that, the new switched in Pokemon will not have this status condition, so Ghastly will use successfully Curse again, losing the remaining HP. It seems simple, but we have some details to talk about. First, and most importantly, the AI is not very smart, so it will not refuse to use Curse, even if it faints one of its Pokemon, even if it's its last Pokemon. Second, most of our team is normal type. That's amazing because the AI will not be able to damage Cookies, Novozy, and Jig with other moves. Third, it's important to pay attention to the other ghost moves, Spite and Mean Look. Mean Look can be used randomly by the AI at any point and trap our Pokemon in the field. After a Pokemon is trapped, it can perish to Curse, or, even worse, lose all presence PP to Spite and force a reset. You see, we don't have much else to do besides using present when trapped, but if Spite is used a lot, we will run out of presents. Every trainer before Morty is kinda easy to beat. Yes, there were some resets, but the strategy is pretty much the same for every Ghastly and Hunter. That said, Morty is a completely different story. Without further ado, let's talk about him. Morty has 4 Pokemon: one Ghastly, an Haunter, a Gengar, and another Haunter that will be his last Pokemon always. The main problem here is the fact that Gengar and the last Haunter will never use Curse. So I had to pretty much plan the entire battle in order to drive the battle into a specific favorable way, with a mix of old and new strats. The Ghastly, like every other, is defeated by switching out constantly waiting for 2 curses. The first Haunter is similar, although it needs 3 curses to faint. I don't know if it was just bad luck, but sometimes Haunter was very reluctant to use the third curse. Also, it's actually very useful if Haunter puts one of the normal types to sleep. Gengar is where the real challenge begins. As you may already understand, we have to PP stall both Gengar and second Haunter. Lucky for me, Gen 2 AI, besides being dumb, is also extremely predictable. So, if we have a normal sleepy Pokemon and a non-normal awake Pokemon, we can pivot between them and stall both Shadow Ball and Dream Eater, the only damage dealing moves of Gengar with 15 PP each. After that, one of my Pokemon gets trapped and stalls the remaining 24 PP of Gengar. That is possible thanks to Gengar, who will prevent us from running out of present because sleep turns do not waste PP. Then Struggle finishes our weaker Pokemon, and we keep switching between Cookies and Samta, our stronger Pokemon, until Gengar faints. Second Haunter comes in and we are clearly in no shape to stall more struggles. I don't have many options here. I cannot level up the weaker Pokemon. I can, but I decided against it because I was afraid that it would break the first part of the Morty battle. I don't know if the different levels would affect the AI, so I didn't want to mess up with them. My other 2 options were level up Cookies to a ridiculous number. Samta is only usable after PP stall because it's not immune to Haunter's Nightshade. Or create a somewhat fun strat that would let me win with just some more levels. Let's take a look at this Haunter's moveset. Curse, Mean Look, Sucker Punch, and Nightshade. That's Soul Silver Morty. Let me just... No Curse, no Sucker Punch. Yes, Spite and... Mimic. Mimic is a move that copies the last move used by the target. I think you understand where I'm going with this. Remember how hard it was for a certain flying type to defeat a certain Miltank in Goldenrod? The plan is simple. To use Presence once so Haunter can mimic Present. Then, due to Present extreme inconsistency, the probability of getting completely healed by Haunter is not low. Pathetic amounts of damage if Haunter gets lucky, but any unlucky Present will heal 1/4 of my HP. Maybe Present was not completely useless after all. In the end, it's like our type of curse. Instead of losing HP at the end of the turn, the Pokemon is forced to use this amazing move. The desired outcome is to get Miltank HP back before Haunter runs out of presence. After that, it's just a matter of throwing enough Pokeballs like we did against Rhydon back in Azalea Town until Haunter faints from struggle. And that's what happens. I level up Cookies to 45 before the battle against some trainers and wild Pokemons, and walk back to the gym to try my luck. It took me many hours, not because it was hard luck dependent, it really wasn't necessarily god tier luck. It's more because each attempt takes like half an hour to do because it's necessary to stall Gengar first. Eventually, I had good luck with Haunter's present and barely made it past Haunter and won the battle, collecting the Fog Badge. The game opens up a lot after the gym. I can now use Surf outside of battle, unlocking both the Mahogany Town plot and Cyanwood City, along with the already explorable Olivine City. I first had to do Lack of Rage. By defeating the Red Gyarados, I got the Red Scales. Then I headed to Mr. Pokémon that wants this item and gives the player the XP share in return. With the XP share, I am able to get my final team member in Johto, Togekiss, the grandchild of the original Togepi from Violet. Cyanwood City is my destiny. I start by going to the pharmacy to get the secret potion for Jasmine, and then head to the gym. Although most of my party is weak to fighting type moves, a team of 6 has no problems defeating the trainers of Cyanwood Gym. The only roadblock in this part of the game was the literal roadblock. I had to backtrack to get Strength HM. Shuck was not difficult. Primeape was a simple 2-shot, Poliwrath was trickier. 2 cookies present dealt good damage, but a dynamic punch forces me to switch. Poliwrath then proceeds to connect 3 more dynamic punches in a row. Samta comes in, does more damage but falls asleep. I sacrifice LG to another dynamic punch, bring in cookies again that finish Poliwrath and the battle. Maybe I should have healed before. That's the end of today's episode. Feel free to watch the other episodes if you didn't. They have some useful information about the challenge and some interesting battles too. I will have a link to the playlist in the description, along with some links that explain the present glitch that this challenge is all about. Thanks for watching.